Hi everyone, welcome to my video on marketing strategies for small businesses 2019. As you know now, the world is more connected to the internet, and then I'll share some internet marketing strategies besides the strategy for your small business. I'm also operating a small business, being a sole proprietor for my internet marketing. So, yeah, it's you have to use these strategies because you are fighting with MNC, you're fighting with very authoritative people who have been there, have franchises, are strong. How are you going to beat them? How are you going to emerge the victor for your business? We'll discuss about that, and I hope you can continue to the end of the video. And I also write a blog post on this, and then I hope you can check out the blog post with some freebies, some ebooks, and some resources for you to download as well. So without further ado, I'll just go into the training. First factor, we'll be using Art of War, which is actually Art of War has been there for a long time. Art of War, let me go to reverse. Art of War is they use it in business as well because it's how you become victorious. It's not just a book on warfare. It's also a book on how you can apply this to business principles. So the factor tau, the reason, the motto. The reason, the motto is of course the first factor out of the five. I'm going to talk about this with a series of another 4 videos. So tau, the reason. How are you there will be an example on how there's this restaurant owner, Italian restaurant owner in my country, Singapore, called Pasta Fresca, who actually was very much interacting with the people, and then was very much with the people, and was very much like when they are dining, they should talk to them, interact with them, have a good close relationship, and they have loyal customers because of that. So I'm going to talk about that also. So it's your motto. What do you want to achieve in your business? Is this just about selling items? No, it's even more than that. You got to look deeper. You got to search your heart. You got to search your soul to see what is the soul of the business. So without further ado, I'll just go into the training. What is the passion and motivation to starting your business? You must know to earn income, to earn profit. Of course, that is very common. You want to earn the income, you want to provide for a family, to give superior customer service and product to the clients. That's also very typical. That's also a very typical way of your passion and motivation of business. To help the society. That means this is a more inspirational. That means this will actually boost your motivation of your own workers, your own employees, and yourself too. Because you want to help the society in many ways. Example, if you want to create a pacemaker machine, this pacemaker is a life-saving machine, the life-saving device for the heart. So your inspiration is to save lives. So this will inspire your business. What inspires you? What inspires the people that are working for you? If you can inspire them, they will most likely stay on in your company throughout their working life because they just love your business. They just think that it's meaningful. They love to be involved in your business because it's helping people. Some people just love that. So if it's about helping people, it's of value to people, it will be great. You can raise awareness. Some people they just have an awareness campaign on cancer, on AIDS, on the wastage of foods. There's this movement of taking foods that are not sold in the market, in called Chua Chu Kang, in the market that are unsold, and give it to this food non-profit organization that collects the food and distribute back to the poor and the needy because they can't sell it anyway, and then it's about to rot. It's an aged like fruits and vegetables, so they can eat it, they can distribute to them and can finish and eat it, and then this is the raising, and then they also can raise awareness uh, of saving their food and then not wasting their food. So this is about raising awareness to non-profits as well. For customers, if you are doing a restaurant, of course you want customers to savor good food. That is great, but you also want them to enjoy a good customer experience, to enjoy dining, to have this pleasure when they enjoy dining. That's what the next example which I'll give you is from Pasta Fresca, one of the Italian restaurants. So these are the passions and motivations. If you can master this, right, you will find that every day is not a drag, and then you're not pressured to do it. You will do it every day with passion, and you will not have this like, oh, I'm going to work, it's very draggy. You will just do it, and then without even thinking much, you will just do it every day, and you don't feel the tiredness, you don't feel stressed because you like it. You fall in love with your business, you fall in love with the people you work with, you fall in love with the clients, and then you have this love revolving around you. Now let's talk about the soul of the business. Is about loving your clients and customers, and also your employees, and also loving yourself, doing the things you love to do. So this should be the passion and motivation if you want to start a small business, because small business You can be very niche. You can have a very superior service, you can have superior product, but then if you don't have the soul for the business, you don't have passion, you don't love your business, you don't love the employees, it's very hard to carry on and then to actually be better than those multinational companies who already have the customers trusting them, believing in them. So this is how you stand out to the crowd. What inspires you in your business? Is it money? Is it people whom you help? Is it people whom you serve? Is it people whom you give that you provide food, you provide like delicious food, savory foods, good business, IT solutions which help them save their money and their company millions of dollars, thousands of dollars, even few thousands of dollars. Instead of hiring people, you use the IT solution with automation to actually save the company. Like they are not worried about getting extra 10 workers to just fill in the job. So this has to be like something that helps people and something that will have an impact, will actually really impact their sales bottom, and also not just that, it will actually motivate their workers to be or their employees. So they must have something that is a trigger point that actually is able to motivate your entire organization, the small business as a whole. I do this business with my mom and my wife, and then what motivates us is the passive income, is the free time we have, and then also we love to share with people, we love to help people. Also, this is what will inspire you. I'm inspired to teach and help and share with people. So this should be a goal and motto as well. So this is what they call the style in business. If you can master this, you probably can do very well. You can have all the best, like the best employees, the best managers, the best product, the best service. You can have the best systems. You can have the best IT. You can have the best like computers, the most all the hardware, all the software. But if you don't have a soul for a business, you don't believe in your business, you don't love your business, it's very hard to, or you don't love helping people, it's very hard for you to sustain your business. It's about sustenance of your business as well. So newsflash is okay. I'm going to read out this for you. It's about who gets the heart, loyalty, and trust of a client and customer. It's about love and passion for what you do. If you have love and passion for a business, you can service clients with extra effort, and you will get loyalty and repeated customers and clients. So you get people who are actually going back to you because they remember you. Do your customers and clients remember you? Next I'll come out with this example of the restaurant that people remember. Everybody remembers. It's featured on the news, and people remember because it's featured on the news. They read the news, so they see you and they have an impression. It's all about getting impressions and getting the people to be a loyal customer. It's about customer loyalty now, so relationships and connections. I'll talk about that in greater detail. It's about connection, relationships, and communication. Do you connect with your people? Now I'm trying to connect with you to this day because I'm sharing something with every day. Example, you go to a restaurant. I'll just use a restaurant example. Go to the restaurant. If the customer service is good, they smile at you, they ask you, is the food good? Are you enjoying the food? What can be improved? You listen to their advice and you make changes. You adapt to them. You actually care for them and you actually wish them having a nice meal. And this will actually build the connection, the relationship, and you communicate. It's a two-way communication. There's a two-way good feeling, the good feel factor is very important now. It's about your support you get from your client and customers. So this is a news flash as well. So you're smaller than MNC, a small business. You provide better product with good motto and gain the trust of the clients and customers. So what is the soul of the business? Is to love them all, to love everybody in your business. To actually create an impact, you need to love them. And then the second way is to actually have the connection, talk to them, interact with them through social media. Now it's a social media world, so you interact with them in the social media. I'm going to share with you the typical example of a successful restaurant in Singapore, and then plus the trends which is going on in the world right now in USA. The case study is Pasta Fresca. Now this Pasta Fresca is actually an Italian restaurant, and the owner is actually a specialist in diving. So he's specialized in diving, and then you will find that he actually, when he opened the restaurant, and so this they have even catering. Now they have a restaurant which they can give even catering. So this is very fantastic. If you go to the next slide, right, you will see that all these these are my local news. Some of them are local news, some of them are just magazines, food journal magazines, which give very good reviews. Because why does this particular owner stand out for this restaurant? Let me show you next. Why is it so? So this guy, he actually would appear at the tables of diners and start having conversations. So this will interest the people, and then they will just go back because they love talking to the owner. Sometimes he comes out, he talks to them, he interacts with them, and the customer service is good. They have smiles, they got, uh, they they have they give you a pleasant experience. Now when you dine, right, and you are supposed to relax and be happy, then you have the owner coming here and then just encouraging you, and then just listening to you what you need, and then just being friendly with you. It gets a good feeling, right? I mean, after a long day, and then you're like, wow, you're the owner, and you come and talk to me. I'm just a diner. I mean, then you'll be like, wow, you feel very special. You feel that you're specially treated. So it's about having connections and relationships. What's your relationship with a client? Do you have something that you click with? Are you clicking with the person? Are you really like really connected? As in like you know what they're talking about. You know what their needs are. You'll be able to have menus of the foods which actually has satisfied their taste buds. Maybe they have certain needs, they have certain tastes that they want. They will actually tell you, and then you have this nice conversation about food. So this is the soul for his business because he connects with his people. He has this connection. He has this relationship. It's about connections and relationship. It's about getting more hearts to your side. Now there are MNCs like a lot of like maybe like McDonald's franchise and KFC franchise. You have Italian restaurant that is in my vicinity, right? There's this Italian and Western food restaurant called Caesarea. And then they get people there, you see. Actually the people there are okay, they have very nice smiles. And honestly speaking, I saw the waiter and waitress, they're very friendly, they have smiles and they're very positive people. And then this is winning the hearts of people. I will go there to eat once in a while, if I have the chance to do it. There's this also a hot pot restaurant around my mall, and they are like, okay, one auntie, right, some aunties or some young girls will just like give out their flyers and then say, oh, so how are you doing? Wow, you have a great day. Wow, your baby is so cute. You know how to interact, know how to get the hearts of people. It's very important to get. And then you know what? That hot pot stall got a lot of people eating there. There's another Japanese hot pot also. They don't interact that much. They used to come out. Some of them they used to come out last time, but then now I don't see them often coming out to get people. People just go in to eat. It's not that filled up sometimes when I see it, but then just comparing it, you will know that the ones that aggressively and actually go straight down to talking to the clients, to interacting, to be with them, actually they get their hearts. And then you will, for a small business running a restaurant or even a franchise, or if you can until a franchise, you will actually you actually get customer loyalty. Of course, we talk about customer loyalty. Is very you get the customer's heart, and you get their liking. If you can get a customer to like you, they'll go to your store every day to eat. Or sometimes not every day lah. I mean, very often because they like the atmosphere, they like the people there. It's something like different from where they are, different from work, different from the stresses of life. They can de-stress there. They can talk to the waitress. The waitress are so nice. So you like to go to a pleasant place, right? So your product must be top notch than competitors. Study what they do and do it better than them. I'll give you examples of in 2019 what you're gonna do. You can use Google Trends to find out. One simple way is to survey. See Google Trends, right? Now in United States, keto foods, because of I believe it's because of what Dr. Oz has said on TV about keto food. Because I searched a YouTube video, and then the top, I think the top video is no, it's not. I think top video of keto foods is from Dr. Oz. So even he also promotes this keto food. So you can see keto fast food, fast food keto options, keto food, this keto diet. So keto diet is a trend. And then let me show you something. If I type I type the word food for that for all the list of keywords for keto food. Now they're very interested in keto food in the United States. And so now the restaurants, they have keto restaurants, keto friendly restaurants. So they have this already. They have this trend going on, so you can know the trend. And then if you have a good service model like the pasta fresca, right? Then you will actually really get the customer loyalty, and they'll keep going to eat because it's health. They are very health conscious now. People are very health conscious, seriously very health conscious now. They really want to eat healthy food. But also once in a while they splurge on on those more high calorie foods. But it's okay actually. But keto food are definitely healthy, and then people are health conscious nowadays. So you'll find them going to them more and eating in a more healthy way. I drink a lot of green tea. To be honest, a personal sharing is I drink a lot of green tea. Although sometimes I eat quite oily food, but it's only once in a while that I eat oily food. So it's not very often that I do that to maintain my weight as well. So next, to go next. The last important point to do is do what you love to do. If you love your job, if you love the business type of the business you're doing, let's say opening a restaurant or doing internet marketing, being a marketer, sharing, opening, like creating courses for people, whether it's going to a classroom or online course, or you want to share online. I love online sharing. I love online marketing, so I'm very much into it. It's my passion and it's my goal to. So you must be something like how I feel about it. What do you feel? It's about how you feel in the end. If you feel very strongly for something, you will fight for it. You will do it every day. You will not be worried. You don't have to do it every day. You have a rest day or so, but if you'll be doing it and you have the passion, you keep breaking, having breakthroughs because you love it. You just love it, and then you'll find that at the end of a few years, you will be not just financially successful. You have good relationship with your employees, with the clients, with your family as well. Because now if you love what you do, you have a positive impact on people. People will also feel that you love the job. They will actually do the extra mile for you, and you want to work so hard because they do the extra mile. They do up, and then they perform very well. So you have to find a spark in interest that keep you moving on and on with interest and motivation and passion. Just find your passion, and then that if you have a spark, do not underestimate the spark because the spark will turn into can light up a lot of like torches, wildfire. It become a wildfire and become light up many torches around you, and they will be very bright and shiny. So this is what I want to leave the last quote to you. So I hope you like this sharing. And then the next one I'm going to share is how to unlock your heart desire and passion. This will be a subtopic out of the Tao. This will be a part 2 of the Tao because I don't want it to be too long as well, so that you can understand the concepts better. So unlock your heart desire and passion. If you can unlock it, you can definitely do very well for business. Some people are doing the business because of survival, because it doesn't earn some income, but that's not enough to build something because you need something revolutionary. Let's say you are having a few pubs. What is so different about your pub? If you have few restaurants you are eating with, what's so different? If you are doing online marketing, what's so different? It's about your passion, your desire. And then your passion and desire can unlock other people's passion and desire. Then you have done it. You have actually got loyal customers, you got loyal clients, you got loyal fans. So now it's about fans and not about customers and clients already. It's about your fans. Who are your fans online? Who are your fans offline? Online means on your web, on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on all that. And what is your passion can actually influence them, and it can actually let them feel your passion as well. So they will actually be involved in your business. They'll be like wanting to know more about your business. If it's offline, if it's for interaction and talking and directly talking to the people. So now you can actually have hangouts also. I would also consider I would really have a hangout with my subscribers in the future so that I can answer any questions they want. I think this is very healthy, very good because you're interacting with the people who subscribe to you and trust you. So I will do that. So the next section will be talking about unlock your heart desire and passion. I thank you for watching and I hope that this has been helpful to you. So please subscribe to my channel and interact with me and my social media channels. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.